Hey guys, and welcome back to our second Road to the Championship video. As you can see, we have Tanny here with us today. We're going to be talking about the underdogs, and I'm joined by Kale and Ty. Alright, let's get going. So, we're basically just going to go through each game, talk about the matchups, if we think they're going to win, make the playoffs, how far they're going to go. So, we'll see. We'll start off with the first game, which is the Storm. Ty, you look really energetic today, so let's see what I want to hear you go first. Playing the Storm in the first game.
Well, the Storm have, as of right now, Kyle Koopman and Nick Profit. That's right. Neither can pitch. Coop can use one hand or one arm as of the moment. Nick's actually a pretty decent hitter. He played on my team for a little bit last tournament. But on the underdog side, Adam's kind of with his pitching. He's either doing really well or not.
Adam's a good pitcher.
So I don't know. If I had to take one, I'd probably say the underdogs, just based on pitching.
Brock, my biggest thing with this matchup is that it's Kyle going up against his old team that he left to start the new franchise. I think that's the biggest story here. That's why when we saw this was going to be a matchup for the tournament, we made it each team's first game to be played against each other. As for who's going to win, I think I'll go with underdogs too because of the pitching. And yeah, I don't know, Tierney, are you going to play angry at Kyle in this game at all? Is this any kind of revenge factoring in here?
No, I don't think so because we have Adam and they don't have, like you guys said, they don't have anyone to pitch, so I'm not too sure they have a whole lot going on right now, and it's going to be their first tournament, so I think it's going to be tough for them. So I think we can take them.
Yeah, that's kind of a harsh way to put it, but I kind of agree. I mean, they don't really have it. They don't really have a pitcher. Adam, especially in the last tournament, he pitched pretty well, threw more strikes than the previous tournaments. So I'm going to take the underdogs as well.
Adam was a legit starting pitcher last tournament, especially near the end. He was like.
He is. To me, Adam's gotten, in his rookie tournament, when he was on the Cobras, he was really kind of wild, but I feel like he really honed that in the last tournament for the underdogs. I mean, not for the underdogs, who did he does? No, it was for the underdogs, yeah. And he was better last tournament, but yeah, I think definitely have the pitching advantage for sure. Tierney, is Macy going to be playing the field for you guys? Is that confirmed?
Yeah, I think so. Because, you don't want me out there, so it's probably going to be Adam and Macy, and I'll maybe help out with the hitting.
Pitch at some point. That's all I want to see is a pitch.
I know you do.
Yeah, we want to see that.
I know.
Okay, moving on. Next game is against the Lynx. I'll start this one. We were saying that, the underdogs have good pitching, and they do, but I don't think they have as good pitching as the Lynx. Obviously, Jordan Halverson. I also don't think that they have the hitting that the Lynx do either. So I'm going to take the Lynx, and I'm going to take them by 3 or more runs.
Yeah, well, the Lynx aren't a team that score a lot of points, so they don't even though the Lynx win a lot of games, they're a really good team. They don't always blow teams out. So just because of that, I could see it being a semi-close game, but I don't. No offense, Jerry, I don't think you guys got a shot at beating the Lynx.
Well, I mean, you look at last tournament, and we beat them, so you never know.
Hold on. That was what they
Serious circumstances going on in that game.
Well,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the game that Anthony Newsbaum pitched.
Yes.
Brock, that was the Lynx had already clinched the playoff seed, and so they just rested Jordan. They threw Newsbaum.
Right.
I'm just saying that we do have the hitting to score some runs on them, so it could be interesting.
All right, I got a question for you, Timmy. Do you get more up for this? Are you going to get more up for this game against the Lynx because that's an old team that you played on, and they, back when this happened, when they cut you from the team and you went to the underdogs, or are you going to get more up for the first game against the Storm because it's Kyle walking away from the team you're on right now? Which game is more, I guess, revenge-y motivating for you?
Probably the Lynx, just because it's a lot easier to get, more amped for teams that is going to be tough as well. Like I said, not that the Storm's going to be bad, but I just think it's going to be an easier game, and so it's, you kind of play to the level of your opponent. So.
Did the Storm play the Bison?
Did the Storm play the Bison, Brock?
I don't know. That's for another video, isn't it?
The Storm played the Bison. That's
You know what? Actually, I think they do, Brock. I think they do play the Bison.
It's their second game.
That will be one of the best games in the tournament. Storm versus the Bison.
Okay, Ty. Thoughts on Lynx? Is it any different than ours, or do you think the underdogs are going to lose?
Thoughts on the Lynx and underdogs?
Yeah. Score prediction.
Oh gosh, score prediction. I agree with Kale. I don't think it'll be like this huge run shootout. So I say like Lynx by 2 or 3.
All right, I think you guys are going to be wrong, but we'll move on to the last game, which is Kale, your team, the Cobras.
Right.
Before we say anything, just in case people forgot or don't know, Michael Sullivan is coming back, so he's going to be pitching for you guys. He's a very good pitcher. Ty, why don't you start this?
It's kind of weird. I actually see Adam as like a little Michael Sullivan as a pitcher, because those are hard.
Like a poor man's Michael Sullivan.
No, not a.
Whoa, they're the same. They do the same.
He asked me.
Right.
He asked me.
Right.
Okay. You are way too high on Michael Sullivan.
Brock's high on him. Brock ranked him in the top 5.
Okay, Brock also ranked Nate as like 15 out of 20.
Good
This is a Bash on Brock video, okay? So, Ty, come on.
Okay.
These videos can only be so long, so.
I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Cobras. I don't think the underdogs have the bats. So I think the Cobras will win by 2 or 3, same as the Lynx game.
I think we blow them out, Brock.
Okay.
What we're saying though, between Adam and Sullivan, I think they're like the same style. They both throw hard, and they aren't always like pinpoint accurate. But I think Michael is just a better version of it. That's my take.
Yeah, I agree. I think it.
And if Michael struggles, then we can put in Dad.
Yeah.
And he's a good pitcher.
I think Cobras are going to win too. I don't know if it'll be a huge blowout, but I think it'll probably be multiple runs. What do you think about this?
Well,
do you have any confidence going into this game?
I want to know if Kale's playing the field, because if Kale's playing the field, then I think we can get a few runs going.
We got Bryce. We signed Bryce DeZarmo about a month ago for that exact reason, so that I don't have to be lazy in the field anymore, and Bryce can run around and do all that grunt work.
So knowing that,
Yeah.
do you now have
In
confidence?
the back.
I mean, a little less, yeah.
Okay.
I thought we could do it if Kale was out there, but it's going to be tough with Bryce, because he puts a lot of effort into that, so.
All right, now that I got to talk about this for a second here, Brock. So we seem to all think the underdogs are going to finish 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I look at the Storm schedule, and they play the underdogs, they play the Bison, and the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
That's a good schedule.
They could go 1 and 2.
Yeah, they could.
And we know now that there are 3 teams from each conference make the playoffs, so we're going to assume that the Cobras and the Rapids are going to be the 1 and 2 seeds for the sake of this.
Yeah.
Right. I think we're all going to be all in agreement here that the 3 seeds is going to be a battle between the underdogs and the Storm.
Yeah.
So that first game that they play could have a lot of playoff implications on the line.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it's a big game. I mean, another big one is, the Storm play the Wrecking Crew, and that could have big implications on it as well, but we don't know anything about them. But, yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
That's a bold statement. Considering you know nothing about the Wrecking Crew.
I don't need to know.
What did he say? We didn't hear it. What did he say?
The Wrecking Crew are gonna kill the Storm.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said too.
Aaron Deester is a good athlete, and Coop and Nick pitching will not hit the chair. I have seen both of them pitch.
All right, closing remarks here, Brock. The underdogs going to snap the 3-tournament streak of not making the playoffs, and are they going to make the JAL XIII playoffs, or are they going to go home crying again before the playoffs start like they have for a while now?
You know what? I think they're going to make it with a 1-2 record. Mainly because of Adams' pitching. No offense. And
I'm not taken.
so I think they'll catch one game and they'll sneak into the playoffs.
Todd.
Well, the Storm could also go 1-2, right?
Yeah, that's why we're saying that those
Yeah,
two
and
play
then it
each
comes
other.
down to point differential.
Well, no, because they're playing each other, so it come down to the head-to-head.
Okay. Then yeah, I'd take the underdogs. I think they.
You know, I'm gonna actually. I don't think that they should be a playoff team, but I think they're actually going to make it because the National Conference is just weak. It's weak compared to the American Conference, and I think that they're going to be the 3 seed. I think they'll beat the Storm head-to-head. I think the Bison will go winless again. That gets them in. And I think if whoever they're playing is in that 2 versus 3 semifinal matchup, not a chance. But I think you guys are going to get in, Tierney.
But here's the thing. The underdogs are always supposed to get in. Yeah, they never do.
She knows it's true.
That's true, but I don't know if they're really supposed to get in this time.
That's a good point too. They are truly the underdogs this time.
Yeah. And just so we all know,
Past times when they've been the underachievers.
we think they're making Well, it's true. We all think they're making the playoffs. Do we all agree that they're losing the first game in the playoffs as well?
Yeah, because they would probably play the Cobras or the Rapids. They're not going to win that.
All right.
Tierney, you guys going to make the playoffs?
Yeah, we're making the playoffs.
Okay, we don't need to say any more than that.
It's simple. That's what we're doing.
At least they
Making
have
the playoffs.
confidence, guys. That's it. That's our show. Thanks for watching. We will have more of these coming out for each team, and we'll see you next time.